Hi everyone, today we are going to see desirable properties of the refrigerant. So there are different properties. First one is boiling point, second is freezing point or freezing temperature, third one is latent heat of vaporization, fourth is stability and inertness, fifth is corrosive property, sixth is viscosity, seventh is thermal conductivity. We are going to see this property in details. So first one is a boiling point. So the boiling point of the refrigerant should be low at atmospheric pressure to reduce capacity, and it if it is high it increases cost of the system. So the boiling temperature of the R12 refrigerant is minus 29 degree centigrade. Second property is freezing point. The freezing point of the refrigerant should be below the operating temperature of the evaporator. So freezing temperature of most of the refrigerant is below minus 30 degree centigrade. So why it is should be below operating temperature of the evaporator? If freezing point is above the operating temperature of the evaporator, the refrigerant will get freeze in the system and there are chances of damage or blockage to the system. See here, freezing point of the refrigerant R12 is minus 157.5 degree centigrade. Next property is latent heat of vaporization. See here, what is latent heat of vaporization? Latent heat of vaporization is a physical property of substance. Latent heat of vaporization can be defined as the heat required to produce change or required to change 1 mole of liquid to vapor or gas at its boiling point under standard atmospheric pressure. So the refrigerant should have high latent heat of vaporization or high latent heat of vapor at any evaporator temperature. See here, the latent heat of vaporization of R12, that is CCl2F2, is 37.92 kilocalorie per kg. Next property is stability and inertness. The ideal refrigerant should not decompose at any temperature normally encountering in the refrigerant system. This is due to reaction with metal. Some refrigerant may react with the metal, non-organic. So it is necessary that the refrigerant must be stable and inert. Next is corrosive property. What is corrosive property? See here, ferron groups are non-corrosive with all metals, but NH3 is only zero with steel. We know NH3 reacts with iron easily and iron get decomposed. So those are the two important properties, stability and inertness and corrosive property. Next is viscosity. So what is viscosity? It is a property of fluid which offers resistance to its own flow. That is, one layer of fluid offers resistance to the another layer of fluid. So in case of refrigerant, in the liquid and vapor state, the viscosity should be minimum because the heat transfer through condenser and evaporator is improved at lower viscosity. If viscosity is low, the heat transfer process in condenser and evaporator will be more efficient. So viscosity is a important property for the refrigerants. Next property is thermal conductivity. So what is thermal? Thermal conductivity is the rate at which heat passes through the material. So the refrigerant in the liquid and vapor state should have high thermal conductivity. So high thermal conductivity is necessary for the refrigerant. Next point is selection of refrigerant, that is refrigerant used and their applications. See here, refrigerant F11, F113, H2O and CH2Cl2. Those refrigerants are used for air conditioning the theaters, offices, factories, Auditoriums, equipment for cooling and distillation. F12, SO2, F500, CHCl, CH2Cl, isobutane. Those refrigerants are used for household refrigerator, then water coolers, small air conditioner, and for chemical storages. In next, NS3, F12, F22 and CO2 are used for cold storage plants and ice cream factories or ice plants. Then F13, F14, C2S6 and ethylene, those refrigerants are used for industrial processes at for liquefaction of gases, metallurgical operations in aerodynamics and wind tunnel. And NH3 and brine solution, those are commonly used for the ice plants. So NH3 and brine, they are used for ice plant. Now we have to go for nomenclature of the refrigerant. The nomenclature of the refrigerants. How to do nomenclature of the refrigerants? See here, the refrigerant are internationally designed as or designated as R. They starts with R as R11, R12, R13. See here, R114. The general chemical formula for refrigerant either for methane and or ethane base, and it is given as CmHn, Cp and Fq. So for carbon molecule, number of molecule M is there, for hydrogen N is there, for chlorine Cl P is there, for furan F Q is there, in which there is a formula N plus P plus Q equal to 2M plus 2. That is N plus P plus Q equal to 2M plus 2. You have to remember this formula where M is number of carbon atoms. See here, M is number of carbon atoms, N is number of hydrogen atoms, P is number of chlorine atoms and Q is number of fluorine atoms. Those terms are used for the nomenclature purpose. They are used in nomenclature. The number of refrigerant, then from this how to obtain name of the refrigerant or number of refrigerants. See R114. How to obtain R114? So see here, the formula for this is R into bracket M minus 1. What is M? Number of carbon atoms and minus 1. In next bracket, second digit will be N plus 1, that is number of hydrogen atom plus 1, and third digit will be number of fluorine atom, that is Q. P is not taken here. P, that is number of chlorine atom, are not considered in the final name, that is R11 or R12 or R114. Here terms M, N, P, Q and the formula N plus P plus Q equal to 2M plus 2, and the final number R is equal to R into bracket M minus 1, N plus 1 and Q is important. So now we are going to see example of nomenclature. See here, difluoromethane, that is CCl2F2. In this, number of carbon atoms M, value of M is not written here, M is equal to 1. Then number of chlorine atoms, the number of chlorine atoms, P is equal to 2. Then number of fluorine atoms, Q is equal to 2, and N is number of hydrogen atom, N is equal to 0. So we know that N plus P plus Q equal to 2M plus 2. So 0 plus 2 plus 2, 2M plus 2, so M is equal to 1. So we can obtain number of carbon atoms by this formula also. So M is equal to number of carbon atoms. So now for naming purpose, see the chemical formula. What is chemical formula? Chemical formula is R into bracket m minus 1, this is first digit of number, then n plus 1, and then q will be third digit. So this is the chemical formula for the nomenclature. Now what we have to do, we have to just write the values of m, n and q in the given formula. So see here, r m minus 1, n plus 1 and q. See here, r1 minus 1 will be 0, so r n plus 1, 0 plus 1 will be 1, and r q, value of q as it is 2, so here 2. So the names come r0, 1, 2. We can skip 0, so we can call it r1, 2. So the name of that representant is dichloro difluoromethane. In next lecture we are going to see ozone layer depletion and global warming. Thank you guys. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel and share the video. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more updates.